Don't ask me what battle looks like. Ask me what battle smells like. Blood and sweat and mud and shit. You feel like you've been smelling it for years and you'll never breathe clean air again. Battle isn't great or glorious. There are no heroes, only survivors. I thought keeping the peace would be easy by comparison. I was wrong about that. All it means is you can't keep your enemies where you can see them. We're the best army in the world. When we keep the peace, it stays kept. But we're not trained for this. Guerrilla warfare and religious extremism. If a bunch of them die trying to take down one of us, they're headed straight for their own version of heaven. What can we do against that? In Jerusalem, every shadow has a man with a knife in it. Or that's what the hairs on the back of your neck are telling you when you're out on the streets with everything about you, your clothes, your speech, proclaiming that you're different. These guys don't want peace. They hate it. They hate us. We're up to our necks in someone else's muck, and half the time we don't even understand it. Take this whole business. The preacher. It all went, you might say, political. Rushed to the chief in the wee small hours by a crowd of their religious men, whining about treason and calling the man a king. Dignified old grandfathers baying for blood like dogs outside the palace. The chief tried to throw it out. Didn't want anything to do with him. But the crowd turned ugly. It was all going bad very fast, we could see that. So he released another man, a terrorist, and sentenced this one to death. And for what? I thought it was a bit simple at first, this preacher, standing there with his head bowed, saying nothing. The whole thing stank, I could see that. He could have argued back, even rallied the crowd, but he did nothing. And I thought, it's more than that. Not many people can make the chief squirm. If I didn't know better, I would have said he was military and in command. He knows about authority and he knows how to use it. Well, I had my orders. Get it done fast. Get the mob out of the city, which is packed to the gates for this religious festival of theirs. Get it done quick and slick, no trouble. I watched my lad secure his hands, lead him off. In the back of my mind, I knew what they were likely to do, and I didn't stop them. I wish I had. They led him off the back way to the old cellars. What happens in there stays there. The men are on edge here. Everyone needs to let off steam. But they went to a lot of trouble with him. When they brought him out, he was roughed up so bad he could hardly walk. And I'm thinking, quick, slick, no trouble. But the day was getting on. I gave the signal, and the whole grotesque procession set off towards the hill. 2 criminals and 1 king. He couldn't carry the crosspiece like the other prisoners. They'd flayed his back. So I yelled at a man in the crowd. Poor sod. He wasn't even watching. He was just trying to get into the city for the festival, and told him to carry it for him. I stood over them when they knocked the nails in. He cried out then. No one's quiet then. But what he said, I'll never forget. I've seen a lot of nails knocked into human flesh. I've heard men curse, beg for mercy, cry for their mothers, scream the name of any god you'd care to mention. But I have never heard one say, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. After that, our job was just to watch and wait some more. I've seen death, and my view is that the only good death is a fast one. Death on a cross is slow, very slow. Your body fights it, and a young healthy man can fight it for days. Every time you need to breathe, you push yourself up on the nails through your wrists and ankles. You can't stop yourself. It's breath versus pain, breath versus pain. Even when you're ready to die, longing for death, your body's still fighting. But the cross always wins in the end. A message came through from the palace in the afternoon. Everything done and dusted before dark. Break the legs if you have to. But it was getting dark already, a strange early dark that was making everyone jumpy. My lads broke the legs of the others. Got on with it, quick and quiet for once. When they got to him, I waved them away. That last shout, it is finished, like the ending of all the world as the sky went black. He was gone. Give him peace, I said. He deserved it, like a soldier who has fought honourably. I've seen men die. Some deserved it, most didn't. But I've never seen a death like this, like he'd done what he came to do. That doesn't happen. That's not how the cross works. But it happened here. He bowed his head and gave up his spirit. He was a better man than I, a righteous man, and his words will stay with me even when I go back home. He spoke truth. We didn't know what we were doing. We don't know what we're doing. Forgive us. Forgive me. Grant us peace.